Now the Chofetz Chaim, in the Mishnah Brura, in the Biur Halacha, he explains that a person has to stay away from all fights. Has to stay away from machloket, where, let's say for example, you're in a synagogue and you see that their custom is different than yours, or perhaps they're even making a mistake here and there. You don't need to start screaming foul and cause the whole place to have a commotion. You could have some patience, speak to the rabbi privately when nobody else is there, so there's no issues of embarrassing, there's no issues of misunderstandings, and perhaps the next time it'll be right. If you're assuming that you are right. If you see that somebody is violating the Torah, let's say you see them driving on Shabbat, throwing a rock at them is not going to make them keep Shabbat. Tell them, hey, you're going to go to Gehenom, is also not going to make them keep Shabbat. When we say people will go to Gehenom, people will get punished, in a lecture, in a shiur like this, it's very different than if you say this to somebody one-on-one. And a person has to know the time and the place of when to say these specific things. There's a time and a place for it. And if you don't know that time and place, then it's better that you don't speak and you simply just send them one of the lectures, because they'll hear it from that in a very different format. Because to just simply fight with everybody, to be angry with everybody, to argue with everybody, that is not going to bring any happiness. That's not going to bring any success. That's not going to bring them closer to Hashem, and it's certainly not bringing you closer to Hashem. So you have to stay away from fights. But there's certainly a but. What's the but? Says the Chofetz Chaim, says the Mishnah Brura, this is only when it's referring to people that are decent people. This is referring to when these people are not intentionally trying to ridicule the Torah. And he explains that the warning not to brew a conflict with other people over mitzvot applies only when the issue is one's personal fulfillment of a mitzvah while others are ridiculing it. In such a case, one should pay no attention to those tormentors. And he must not make any resorts that might result in a violent argument. But when somebody faces a group of people who wish to influence other Jews to disobey God's will, like telling people that they should believe that God needs them, or telling people that God is a human being, or telling people anything that's heretical to the Torah, in such a case, says the Chofetz Chaim, one must struggle against them with all of his might in an attempt to foil their wicked plans. And regarding such a situation, King David declared in Psalm 139, verse 21, I act with hate towards those who hate you, O God. I fight those who rise up against you. I detest them with utmost hatred. So here we see that there is a different time and a different place where the vast majority of the time find a way to give the truth, give the musar, give the right guidance, and avoid fights at all cost. And there are times where there is nothing else to do but to fight. Not because Hashem needs you to fight, but because you need to fight for the sake of a Kadosh Baruch Hu's honor that you are obligated to honor.